Hey friends, it's Megan, and today I'm going to talk about some polarizing baby names. So these are names I have found in my experience people tend to have really strong opinions about. There tend to not be too many folks on the fence about most of these names. They have strong feelings of love or hate for names. Maybe hate's too strong though. Word. Maybe they just strongly like or dislike some of these names. Part of what I think is fascinating about names is we all come with our own taste and preferences in names. We all have name associations, be them good or bad, that make us like or dislike a name. And yeah, I'm just fascinated by all that. Some little things that people tend to like or not like right now. One of them is creative spellings or phonetic spellings of names. Some folks think it's fun to change things up, use a C instead of a K. Some people are like, no, we're going to use the actual traditional spelling before the name was changed. Yes, and there's a whole, array of folks that fall on that spectrum. Another personal preference would be unisex names, one of the heated debates right now in the baby name world. The gender bending names, more and more names that were traditionally used as boys' names are being used as girls' names. There are tons of names right now that we don't even realize were first male names that are being used as female names, and people, boy, have strong opinions about some of those. Other ones that come up are place names, surname names used as first names, and word names. I feel like all of these kind of elicit strong reactions and opinions. So let's talk about some names that I've found people have strong opinions about, that they either really like or dislike. The first one I have for you is Delilah. Delilah is a biblical name. It's a Hebrew name. It means weak. It also means to flirt. It's currently number 154 in popularity here in the US. This name got a bit of a boost following the Plain White Tee song Hey There Delilah, which my mom actually likes a lot. However, what some people dislike about this name is the woman in the Old Testament, the story of Samson and Delilah, in which she betrays him. She's not the best person in that story. However, like I said, the pop culture of the song gave this name attention. Also, a lot of people, myself included, really liked the repeating L sound in girls' names. It's a popular sound right now. It's a really melodic sound, so Delilah definitely has that to it. The next name I have is Destiny. Destiny is an English word name. It means fate or destiny. It's currently number 113 in popularity. I know a little girl with this name. She goes by the nickname Desi. Like I said, it is a word name. People have strong opinions about word names. I do like what this name means. What I have found, and you'll read it tons on if you go on any baby name forum or blog, is that people tend to associate this name a lot with exotic dancers. There's tons of names that get that bad reputation, I suppose. But you know what I'm saying there. So yes, it's got that kind of stigma attached to it, and some people can look past that, and some people are like, not for my daughter. Yeah. The next name I have is Ingrid. Oh, Ingrid. Ingrid comes from an Old Norse name meaning Ing is beautiful. It's number 908 in popularity. There is a show, it just ended on Lifetime, called The Witches of the East End, and I have heard so many people talk lately about the names Freya and Ingrid, which are the two girls on the show. Ingrid has a very classic Scandinavian feel to me. When I brought this name up on Form Spring or Spring Me, whatever it's called now, not that long ago, I got love and hate on this straight up. Many English speakers, I feel like, find this name just too heavy. Then I have Jemima. Jemima is a Hebrew and biblical name. It means dove, great meaning. Puritans actually really loved using this name. It does carry that image of the Aunt Jemima pancake syrup. That's the first thing I think of when I hear this name, and that can also be used as a stereotype. So it may be a name that works better in other countries. I don't know. It's a cool sounding name, but like I said, I definitely think of the pancake syrup. Then I have Madison. Madison is an English name. It means son of Maud. It's the number 9 name here in the United States. It's been wildly popular the last 10 years. And so the controversy or the polarizing factor of Madison is that people really detest girls' names that end in son. And people also really love them. So think like Madison and Emerson, some of those names that are getting popular. Usually names that end in son, meaning son of something, like Madison meaning son of Maud. I was talking to my name buddy Sarah about this name, and she brought up the movie Splash, and we both were like, yes, that's where we first, the mermaid movie, you know, heard the name Madison, and it was for a girl. So I definitely think of that mermaid, Daryl Hannah, when I think of the name Madison, but people are definitely torn on it. And I tend to, Madison, I don't really like or dislike. I really like Madeline and Madeline, so people like lots of mad names right now. Mad names, that sounds funny. Madison, Madeline, Madeline, names that you can get the nickname Maddie from. Then I have Nevaeh. Nevaeh is heaven spelled backwards. It has shot up in popularity. It's the number 39 name right now in the US. My mom's a 2nd grade teacher. She's had quite a few little Nevaehs like over the past 5 years or so, and was not a name like she'd ever heard before. The complaint with this name, a lot of people love how it sounds, a lot of people don't love how it sounds. That's any name, I suppose, but is that it is a modern name, it's an invented name, and some people do not like that. They think it sounds too made up, which lots of names are, but yeah, definitely one that people are split on. And then the last one I have for girls is Sloane. Sloane is an Irish name. It comes from an Irish surname meaning raid. It's currently number 480 in popularity. I first heard this name on Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Sloane Peterson. Ferris is a really cool girlfriend. I just thought, that's exactly what I want to be like when I'm a teenager. She's so pretty. She's so cool. She has pink nail polish. Yeah. The complaint about this name is that a lot of people feel like it's too much of a surname name. It's too heavy. It's too masculine. Yes. What do you think of Sloane? Let me know what you think of all these names in the comments below. I'm interested to hear what you think. Okay, some boys' names, although a lot of these are unisex. I'm going to do a bunch of them all at once, and you'll see why. And they are Aiden, Braden, Caden, Hayden, Jayden, and Zaiden. So these are the rhyming den names. These names have all been drastically on the rise, all came into fashion rather quickly. There are multiple spellings for all of these. I did not torture myself or you by finding them all. I just picked the first one that came to mind. This has been probably like the most debated thing on baby name forums that I've found is these names, and all of these names with the exception of Zaiden I have seen used for both boys and girls. I know a little Aiden. I like Braden actually, but these names, because they rhyme and they all got popular at once, I can definitely see how it'd be confusing on a playground if you called one and a lot of them turned around. But yeah, let me know what you think of these. Would you ever use one because they are so popular and like talked about right now? And which one's your favorite? On to the next name. The next name I have is Bentley. I know a lot of people that watch my channel actually like this name, either in a way they use it or in a guilty pleasure kind of way. Bentley's an English surname name. It means meadow with coarse or bent grass. It's number 75 in popularity. And it was the name of, or it is the name of a little boy from the MTV show Teen Mom. And so a lot of people got that name from that show. It definitely gave this name a boost, and so some people like and dislike that. Another thing is that is the name of a car. People like and dislike that. Ben names have been wildly popular throughout history, so this could be a new Ben name. Bentley definitely has a trendy feel to it because it's in pop culture and people either like or dislike that. The next name I have is Eugene. Eugene is a Greek name. It means well born. It's currently number 740 in popularity. It does kind of have a heavy, old-fashioned feel to it, which lots of vintage names that could have been your grandma or grandpa are making a comeback. I don't know if Eugene is going to be one that does. Not everyone finds that attractive. A little side note about Eugene, in Disney's movie Tangled, the character Flynn Rider was actually named Eugene, but he didn't go by it. Then I have Hunter. Hunter is an English name. It means one who hunts, very fittingly. It's number 45 here in the US. Names that end in ER or OR, like Parker, Connor, Ryder, have been really popular lately. So Hunter fits in with that trend. People definitely have mixed thoughts just on hunting in general, and because of that, this name has a little controversy to it. It can also be seen as like a violent sounding name because of the act of hunting or sport of hunting, and it is also a surname name, and like I said, people are torn on whether or not they like surname names. Okay, up next is Julian. Julian's an English name. It's a form of the name Julius. It means youthful. It's currently number 53 here in the United States. A very popular name amongst celebrity babies. So names that celebrities are naming their children. Julian has been a hot one. It's a name that is climbing the charts in popularity just in general. The polarizing factor of this name is that Jewel names tend to be very popular for girls. Think Julianne, Julia, and it sounds really similar to a lot of those names, Juliet. And so Julian, sounding similar to a lot of feminine names, may make it feel too feminine for some. I know a lot of men in my life, like my brother, would never touch the name Julian because he would want like a really distinctly masculine name for his son. But yeah, I like Julian, but I see both sides of the coin. And then the last one I have for you is Maverick. Maverick is a word name. It means independent or nonconformist. It's number 356 in popularity. Cool meaning. Again, people have strong thoughts about word names, and Maverick is one of them. It is definitely jumping the charts quickly in popularity. It's not too popular yet, but I can see it rising. There's lots of pop culture ties and culture ties to this name. Top Gun, think of that movie and Maverick in that. The Sarah Palin campaign. There was an Old West TV show, later a movie with Mel Gibson and Jodie Foster called Maverick. So yes, what do you think of Maverick? What do you think of all these names? Let me know in the comments below. What names did you like? What names did you dislike? What names do you find elicit strong reactions? Either from your friends, family, blogs, forums, whatever it may be. I'd love to hear other names you feel like are very polarizing. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.